Good morning and welcome to my channel. Look at this plant. This is a cactus, this is Echinopsis, and as you can see, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is not a pure species, it is a hybrid, which means you cannot find a plant that is exactly like this one in the wild. This is a specimen that was grown from seeds by someone who cross-pollinated different types of echinopsises and came up with this particular plant. Beautiful. It is also developing a crest, which means the center of the growth is not a single spot, it is a horizontal line, and the plant will not be growing vertically but more horizontally from now on, which is also a sign that it is rather something that was cultivated by a human and not a plant that is found the way it is in the wild. But nevertheless, it is a beautiful plant. I got it from, I'm not sure whether it was a hardware store or a grocery store, somewhere at a store that doesn't specialize in plants, but there was a floral section, floral department. When I bought it, it was smaller than a ping pong ball size, really tiny. I had no clue what it will grow into, and it grew into a beautiful specimen. I am really happy with it. I am really happy with the flowers, and it's flowering every summer. I am very fond of cacti, and I will tell you why. I grew up in Poland, and I went to school in Poland, and in Poland every school, every classroom had plants on the windowsills. There were always huge windows and huge windowsills, and the teachers, I'm not sure whether it was part of the curriculum, or maybe because it was fashionable to have plants in Poland. Every household, in every apartment there was at least one plant. So on the windowsills in the school, in my classroom, there were plenty of flowers, of plants, and the way it worked was the students were bringing plants in the fall, or maybe the teacher was bringing plants in the fall, and then the students were taking them home for the summer because otherwise they would die. There was a custodian, but if he were to water all the plants, that would be quite a job for him. So during the school year, there was always someone who had, like every day there was somebody else, a pair of students who had a duty to perform certain tasks, and one of the tasks was to water the plants. And one year, I was in grade 6, I think, or grade 7 at that time, I took home a cactus, which now I know was an Echinopsis. And the cactus was in a very desperate shape. It was cut by the students who were sitting closer to the window with their compasses, with their, I'm not sure what, razor blades, which were used to sharpen pencils. So the cactus was scarred and mutilated, and certainly the classroom was not the best place for it, so I didn't return it to my class. I took to school a different plant. I don't remember what it was, or maybe I didn't bring anything, because there usually was somebody, or the teacher, or plenty of plants on the windowsill, so I don't remember. I don't feel guilty if I didn't bring an extra plant. I don't feel guilty, because certainly in a different year I brought one without taking one home. So it's not about that I took it without permission. I took it out of pity, and it started growing. I had it for a very long time. I don't know what happened with it. I didn't take it with me when I moved to my own apartment, but but it was with us for a very long time. It even bloomed. It had a white flower, and this was the first time I have ever seen a cactus in bloom. It was something. It was a huge botany lesson for me, biology lesson. It was like a very important event in my life. So this is how it happened that I had my first cactus, and then there were more, and then there are more different ones, and now I know how to make them bloom. The cactus that I took from the school bloomed by pure accident. I know why now, but these ones bloom because I know how to take care of them. I know what to do in order for them to bloom, and it's quite simple. No water during winter time and cold temperature during winter time. So completely dry pot, completely dry medium in a place where the temperatures are about 10 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much it is in Fahrenheit because I think in Celsius. So this is how you make the cacti bloom. Very simple, but first of all, people don't have the means very often to put their cacti in a cold place, because in an apartment there is no cold place. Every room has the same temperature, and also people don't know that this is what needs to be done. So that's why cacti in people's homes usually don't bloom. I know that those who don't have a basement, who don't have a spot which is colder, might put their cacti in the fridge, except if a cactus is big, it would take too much space in the fridge. But if there is a small cactus and it's put in the fridge, not the freezer, the fridge, for the winter, it would winterize there, but it has to be very, very dry when put there. It would winterize, and then when taken out gradually, slowly, so in order not to burn the cactus with too much sunshine, because if it's spent the entire winter in the dark in the fridge, it will have to be gradually conditioned to strong sunshine, and then it will bloom. Okay? So probably my cactus bloomed, the one that I got in grade 6. It bloomed because it was on the windowsill. The windows were very drafty, so it was quite cold on the windowsill during the winter, and it liked that, and it bloomed. Okay? Echinopsis in bloom, absolutely gorgeous. The flowers will not last long. The flowers will last for maybe another day, because cacti are adapted to very, very dry conditions, to the American deserts. So to produce a flower of this size requires a lot of water, a lot of energy, and it also creates a huge surface area for the plant to lose water, to evaporate. So in order to save some of the water, the cacti are closing their flowers for the night, and the flowers rarely last for longer than 2 days. So they close for the night, they open for the day, or for the part of the day when the pollinators are active, and then they close, and then they open again. I'm not sure whether it can last 3 days. 2 days? For sure some of them do. But there are cacti that are pollinated by night pollinators, and then they open only at night, only for one night. This is quite something. Night pollinators are moths, and that's how it is. Usually those night flowering cacti, not usually, like always, they have to be very fragrant in order to attract the pollinator, and they are white because there is no reason to be colorful at night. Okay, so these ones are pollinated during the day. They are very brightly colored, the flowers, and they look gorgeous, and they will open again tomorrow or not. Okay, I hope you like my Echinopsis. I love it. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have an amazing rest of the day.